Welcome to the 22nd episode of the Perfectly Imperfect Spiritual Podcast. My today's guest, Karolina Gawlak, is a historian. We met over a year ago while hiking. She's a dear friend of mine, and because we're entering Leo's season, and Leo season is all about being very much authentic and true to yourself, I couldn't imagine having a better guest than inviting her to today's episode. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And we normally speak in Polish, so it will be so weird, but yeah, I'm so appreciative and so grateful that you've agreed to come and have a very spontaneous and unplanned conversation. So why don't we start from you telling a little bit to the viewers and listeners, why did you come to Scotland and how long have you been living here?
I came to Scotland to start completely new life. I'm very open for adventures in my life, and Scotland is one of them. I'm here around 10 years. I really enjoy it. It's really, really amazing place to live. A lot of nice and warm people.
Thank you. And Karolina is one of those friends that you all want to have. I always believe that you should be surrounded by people with whom you can grow young. She's my partner in crime. She's the one with whom we can talk about everything. And we always laugh that whatever we discuss while hiking stays in the mountains. And it's the same. I feel like we are able to be completely honest with each other while speaking. And it's so important for me to have you as a friend because I know that you're going to give me your perspective on various subjects related to my life. So I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about the importance of friendships and honesty and being transparent and challenging maybe each other's points of view sometimes. What do you think?
It's a very important subject, I would say, especially when you're not living in your country, when you need to challenging a lot around you, and it's not easy to find another good soul to be connected with. And I think it's amazing to be part of your life and to learn through you as well a lot. Um, I think it's amazing. Like you are meeting on your path a lot of people, and all of them actually shaping you on some point. Um, I think yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And for me, I really enjoyed any new connection that I is life is giving me on my path, and you one of them.
Yes, and I know you're also very much tapped into your intuition, and I know you believe that we don't meet by coincidence. Each person that we meet is to teach us something or maybe help us with something. So, could you tell a little bit about your connection to your intuition, how you've developed it, how you trust it?
I think I start to feel connected to my intuition on some point when I was a kid. I think it developed through years, and I had a lot of challenging situation in my life that kind of made me how I am now and improve my sensitivity to the surroundings, to the world, to the universe. It's changed a lot in my life, and but as well as kind of guiding me through those important like intuitions, feelings, dreams. Gut feelings, even whatever is it, it's like giving me the way I should walk through my life.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay, beautiful. And what's the most important for you in life?
For me, it's to live with my own rules, like to not break my own kind of mindset I have already that like settled in my brain. I would say I don't know how to describe it better, but it's very important for me to follow what I think is should be for me the best. And of course, a lot of different things that they are shaping me through that. But I think, yeah, I think I need to be true with myself. And this is like, I'm trying to following my mindset and my body, what is telling me what to do and how I should live.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the reasons why we connected and why we're in touch, because you're also that rebellious soul, and we always recognize in another person part of our selves. And I like to follow my own rules. I really love being truthful and authentic to who I am without needing to please other people. And I think
Yeah.
it's so important to stand in your truth. And it hasn't always been the case for me, but throughout the years, I feel like I've developed that. So I think that's really important as well. So, how do you maintain that positive outlook for life? Because I know you bring lots of joy and happiness and laughter to our conversations.
I think the life is about to take everything you can positive. It's not about to stuck in the past. It's not about to regret because who we are is the past that made us, and it's not time to regret. It's time to live now, right now, and we should take everything the best from that moment that we are living, and to not think too much, to not overthink about a lot of stuff, like to go forward nonstop and see what is on the front of us, not what we have behind, because a lot of people are kind of lost because they are stuck in the past. Me, I enjoy every moment. Like I love to laugh. Like for me, this is something that I can't live without.
Mm-hmm. And you're one of the few people actually that I can honestly say that lives life that you live life to the fullest. You really embrace every single moment, and I love your sense of humor. And yes, and I feel like at this point we should also greet our friend Ola, with whom we hike as well. She brings lots of laughter as well, and that's another point of connection that we all have. So laughter, it's so important, and it changes completely the dynamics and energy of, well, our interaction, but I feel like interacting with other people as well.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like they are influences us, and it's like a fantastic connection. And for many times we were together, like it's absolutely madness. And we are enjoying ourselves, even if we are completely different from each other. It's this. This is the beauty in it.
This is what I love about interacting with you and then with Ola as well, that we can connect with each other, we can have those beautiful conversations. And as you said, we are all different, and we bring to our conversation different perspectives on various things. And that's why, well, I'm never bored by speaking with you. And I think it's so important to be challenged by your friends in the way you perceive things, in a way you sometimes think. And I know you would uh, tell me if I was wrong in what I'm perceiving. So I'm grateful for you supporting me as well on my own development path.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very important to, I think, to share your point of view, my point of view, and kind of to um, have a another thing about how people view the life, and it's very good because it's shaping you differently. You have a think about what someone is saying. It's really positive. I think it's like making you grow faster.
Yes, it definitely brings so much to our consciousness and in general to our lives. Well, could you talk about any cultural differences that you've encountered while living here in Scotland? Uh,
Um, it's a lot of them, to be honest. Like, I think a lot of Polish people are misunderstood here because our culture is completely different, and a lot of Scottish people struggling to kind of approach us on some way because we are a kind of distance. We don't like to be open too early, and even when we are to open to some people here, they not necessarily understand why we are behaving on some point. And I think this is like the culture barrier that is between us because we were growing in the society that is kind of closed, is kind of not open, not open-minded as well. It's a lot of like differences about thinking about even country. The way how Scottish people are seeing it is different. They are more open. They are more kind of like not, I would say, more distance to the political problems than Polish people. People in Poland, they are kind of like very upset if someone will say something about Poland. In Scotland, it's a little bit different. They're having more distance for that, and it's absolutely amazing the way how they are dealing here with a lot of stuff, like more positive, I would say. And because of that, they are very often thinking that we are kind of rude people.
mhm,
Um, but I think some of them, they are very, very good to understand how we are working, how we are thinking, the way how we are behaving as well. And it's absolutely amazing the way how they are teaching us something new, the way like we are opening more open to another people, another nation, culture, and it's absolutely fantastic on that way. But yeah, I think as a Polish nation, we should be more open-minded and try to something new, something that they can teach us new stuff and develop on some point.
definitely. And this is what I enjoy so much while living in Scotland, that there are so many people from so many different countries, of so different cultures. And it has never been the case when I lived in Poland.
Yeah.
So this is what I really appreciate. It has given me an opportunity to uh, speak with people and meet people from so many other countries. Okay, is there any subject that comes to your mind, anything that you would like to discuss, something that's on your mind that you feel would bring some uh, interesting perspective to our conversation? Anything?
Um, First of all, I think we should talk about relationships.
Okay,
This
it's
is
all
very
about
interesting.
relationships
Yeah.
in life. Okay, yeah, let's go there.
I don't know, what do you think about, for example, differences that we are making every day between like the desire between people? Like some people are very kind of high on the sexual way, and some people are completely low. And very often it's very hard for them to connect on the same level, meet up. This building up frustration a lot for them. What do you think?
Yes, so we have to acknowledge here that we've been having like endless conversations about our dating life while hiking, and we know each other for like, over a year. I feel you've got much more experience with the Scottish people itself. Like I've always tend to end up dating people from other countries, but I don't think I've ever dated anyone from Scotland. But definitely, I know you have been telling me for a very, very long time to go and register myself. to be part of various dating apps. I know you know uh, the culture and the way people date in Scotland. I feel I'm more old-fashioned, and I have not been um, consciously looking for anyone. I've been really, after leaving an abusive relationship, enjoying time with myself and getting to know myself. It's been only recent, maybe couple of months that I really feel that my spirit guides have turned my local gym to the dating app, and you know all of my crazy experiences. So I know that definitely my spirit guides they want me to be more open to dating. So I feel with time I'll have more uh, to say, but yeah, I feel it's more at the individual basis. I wouldn't be able to um have an opinion that it depends on a particular country. Like from my experience, people different depending on who they are as individuals. Yeah. What do you think? Because I know you've dated some Scottish guys as well, so
Yeah. Because I look differently than most of Polish people look like. Most of the time, I've had pleasure to date people from different countries. Most of the time, than from Scotland. Uh, my experience, like from my point of view, dating is very positive. It will help you to kind of develop your own way who you want to be in the relationship, um, who you are looking for example, and it will show you what kind of behavior or the way how someone is approaching you, you like it or not, and it will be much easier for you for the future to really find that person because you will know already what you don't like. And I think this way is a really good way to search for someone. Otherwise, you will have no experience and it will make you confused and lost in those a lot of those situations that will come on some point. I think it's very good to meet a lot of people from different countries because, like you said, we were speaking before, you are learning new culture, new way of thinking, and a lot of interesting, like even cultural stuff,
mhm,
like some completely new from different countries, like music, movies. It's really opening your mind on that point. It's very interesting as well to meet Scottish people on that point because you can have closer look how they are doing that, how they are dating, how what kind of mindset they have on that point, how you will be feeling close to the situation with someone from here. It's very interesting to be part of it. Of course, it's a lot of very funny situation going on because you and other person is like not feeling comfortable from the start, and always something is happening at that point. But every time when you're meeting someone, you it's like a lesson for you, what you are looking for really, and how you should approach some problems that will come up during the conversation, like what to do with
mhm,
the people who are trying to sometimes it's a lot of players, that's true, a lot of players, people who are really not looking for something serious,
mhm,
and to you need to develop this kind of knowledge to know how to deal with this problem, how to really fast spot someone who really is not interested really in you on some point. It's very important to listen to the people, what they are saying, how they are behaving, It sounds maybe a little bit like you are a detective and you are sitting on the front of someone and you need to uh, search for any sign that is coming from the mouth or from the behavior,
Mm-hmm.
from the way how they are even moving to make sure that you are not approaching someone who will be violent, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Yes.
if someone has a bad past, like kind of karma connections. This stuff, it's very important for someone who went through a lot, because naturally you will be driven to someone who is kind of bad on some point, who can
Mm-hmm.
hurt you. You will be automatically feeling like the magnetism from that person. And it's very important to know yourself to that point to avoid that. Otherwise, it's really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I hope I've learned a lot while healing and after I've left my abusive relationship. But I do agree that our life experiences shape us, and then we have that lens, the way we perceive the world. And I'm grateful to have you because you've challenged me many times. The way my ex-partner approached me, he was very confident. He was very sure I was the person he wanted to be with. So whenever I meet guys who are very much confident, who approach me and they want to date me, I just want to run away. I do have the fight and flight mode. So if it wasn't for you, I would have said no to dating recently a person who was very upfront and very confident in approaching me. So I like that you're able to support me as well, and that I can actually give myself an opportunity and chance to meet someone without trying to judge the person's confidence, because I really admire some of the guys' confidence, especially in a gym setting, coming and having a conversation and asking a girl out. So I think that's something, uh, yeah, very beautiful. And yeah, if it wasn't for you, I would probably only date those more shy guys. And I would say no to all other opportunities. So I'm also trying to be more open and well, I always think for myself, but I didn't want to assume that because I got hurt by someone who ended up being a player and who was very confident, that I should never ever date anyone who is confident. So I like that as well. Okay. Any experiences with dating that you would like to mention, or any? Well, it feels to me that relationships and dating, it's something that not only comes in my readings, but I've been doing some live talks with two friends of mine, Enya and Ife, and we've received so many comments like in DMs, and people, like both women and men, they so much want to hear more about it. So yeah, any experiences about dating, anything that you would like to mention about what's important, and yeah, anything that comes to your mind.
First of all, yeah, you need to be open-minded. I mean, do not judge from the start. Do not jump as well into it too fast. It's rather like be cautious on some point, but as well open. It's very hard to do that when you are, for example, meeting someone who is using love bombing language and is from the start trying to win you.
Mhm.
And most of the time, those type of people, they are having in mind only one thing. It's not all the time. Sometimes this could be someone who has kind of narcissistic behavior. It's very hard to judge like from few lines when you are speaking with someone.
Mm-hmm.
But after, for example, 1, 2 days, you are able to kind of verify where is this going. If someone is trying to tell you about the future too fast, for example, like I would like to go with you there, I would like to be with you here, or I would like to, I don't know, live there, or already trying to kind of give you some idea what he wants to do with you. It's not necessarily the way. First of all, from my point of view, it's a sign that that person is some immature. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
and the second thing is not going anywhere. Like most, like from my point of view, if I will go back to time when I was teenager, for example, I know it will sounds maybe a little bit naive on that point, but people were meeting and speaking about what they like, what the interest is, if they are having something in common, if the mindset is on the same level, and we kind of thinking about the world the same way. That was the important thing. And at the moment, on the a lot of dating apps, the most of the question or conversation, they're starting with asking you the details about your life, that it's not a police station or something that you should share. First of all, is that those details, they are not matters if you don't know if you will have anything after that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And conversation should be normal, natural, easy, and very often when it's too kind of like too much of the question, or the questions are weird, or like I said, someone is already trying to tell you what they would like to be with you, where, and it's something that from my point of view, it's going nowhere, this kind of type. But I think dating is, like I said, really positive, has a very positive outcome to challenge yourself on that point, to find the perfect, your own way to find the guy, and to know what you don't like about people, and to notice that when you are speaking with someone and you have like this feeling it's not going to work, but you're still thinking like, oh, maybe I will speak longer, but you already know that it's going nowhere, and you're still trying to chase that person, because very often in kind of certain age, people are trying to be, they are maybe not trying to be, they are so lonely inside to that point that they are going in something that they know from the start is not going to work. And this is really huge problem in dating apps. I think a lot of people, they are so desperate that they are starting a kind of relationship with the people that they are not for them, and they know that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the, I think, the most problematic at
And
the
I
moment.
like, well, our differences, and like you've been like actively pursuing and then looking to find that, well, perfect match. And that's what I admire about you. And I respect our differences. So I know you're on dating apps. You know that I have no intentions of ever, never say ever, being on dating apps. Or I'm more a traditional person. If I bump into someone and then it happens, I'm being asked out, then I can go on a date. But otherwise, I feel it's too tiring, and I feel like I'm too busy. I concentrate on my work. I concentrate on my children, on my self-development. So I don't think I would have time to do what you've been doing, but I can see lots of positives, and I know you've mentioned how much you can learn about what it is that you don't want in a relationship, what it is that you want. So I can see lots of positive aspects, but then, I'm still not doing it. Part of
I
the,
think
yeah.
I think the way you are seeing it, I mean, to go, for example, out somewhere and meet people is really good, and positive. I think and that way will be as well good, and I think will be easier to actually meet someone face to face, and you will be faster, like kind of sure about if you want to go and start something with that person or not. And it's not like because in dating apps, really, it's a little bit like you are sitting in the dark place and that other person sitting in dark place and no one seeing each other, and it's like a little bit everybody blind on some point. uh yeah, definitely. I will people from our generation, I think they should go out definitely and meet up on that old-fashioned way than sitting on the dating apps. It's not working. That's like should be, I think, on that point.
And I believe in the work of the universe, and I've always been clear with my spirit guides because then they've been bringing and talking about my love life for a while now, and I'm like, okay, you want to bring someone to me, just put him on my path. And I don't go out like often. I do go dancing, but I love hiking and I go to all those remotest places. So if I happen to bump into someone while hiking, like, yes, I leave it up to the universe because I don't feel like I need to be with someone. If I was to meet someone that's a nice companion, someone that's interesting, I feel I would have that curiosity and maybe I would be tempted to continue having conversation. So I just trust the process. And I
Yeah,
concentrate on enjoying my life the way it is right now.
that's good.
Uh,
I think it's really good.
and another subject I just had a tea and there was a message here. Love without trust is a river without water. I feel we can talk a little bit about the importance of trust. And I think it's so important in any relationships that we enter. And I've been working on those trust issues because I've been hurt so much, and what I've learned, the key to it is to trust yourself and to develop as well that awareness of what it is, that it is okay for you, what it is that it is not. But even if I was to give an example about my previous relationship, my ex-partner was extremely jealous, and I feel there was a complete lack of trust from his side because, as you know, I've always had more male friends. It's only in recent years that I've got some female friends. And I used to have a group of guys. I would play tennis, I used to dance, I used to travel. Uh, and my ex-partner would always say that it's not that I don't trust you, I just don't trust them. So he couldn't understand that you can be friends with guys. And slowly, because my relationship was abusive, I've given up and I stopped communicating with those people. But I think it's so important when you enter a relationship, at least for me, to allow each other to carry on. I feel like you can be friends with an opposite sex, so I couldn't understand why he was so obsessed and didn't trust. So, what's your view on trust?
I think first of all, we have different view as a gender. I mean, the man and the woman. Like the women thinking that they are when they are having the male friend, basically they are not thinking on the sexual way. We are rather enjoying someone's company and someone advice, or uh, being friends, spending time, and we will not think about the guy as a sexual thing.
Mhm.
Uh, as for example, uh, the other gender will be thinking straight away on that
You
point.
think so? Do you think my ex was right?
I'm rather sure about that.
Yeah.
It's many times, and I saw very interesting videos about how guys they're viewing the problem. Most of the time is I'm afraid that our friends, male friends, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they are kind of thinking about us as a sexual thing that they would like to approach on some point. And if even if they are not showing the sign that they are interested straight away from the start, they will think on because they are differently made, I would say.
So do you think we should stop being in touch with our male friends when entering a relationship? And do you think then men should stop being friends with their female friends? Because I've always been of an opinion that there should be that trust. Like I trust him, he trusts me. I'm not mentioning that like we should trust everyone else, like those friends, but yeah, yeah, maybe it's been a subject, a very controversial that caused like lots of disagreement.
I think it's hard to go through completely without proper research, like the scientific one about this subject. But I think that from my point of view, this is my only opinion because I can't say for everyone. From my point of view, if I'm approaching relationships, the relationship for me is number one. And if I'm making someone uncomfortable with the fact that I have some male friend and it will be making my partner insecure, I will definitely give up on the connection on that point because my partner is more important for me than this connection. Okay. And on that point, I will do whatever it takes to make my partner with me comfortable, make him feel loving, to build up the trust between us to that point that he will know I will be always for him and no one else will be between us. On that point, I will do a lot for that. And I know some people will ask me about why I should, for example, stop being friend with the guy if we know each other for ages and nothing happened. He has a wife, for example, or whatever. From my point of view, like I said, partner is number one that moment. Okay, it's something like I can't give up on the whole world if that someone that I love is for me more important that moment.
And
Okay,
it's one of those nice, interesting differences that we have because I do agree that a partner should be the priority, but I also believe that when we enter a relationship as two individuals, I feel when we are whole and healed, I feel we should be secure enough when entering a relationship and knowing that that person is going to be truthful to us. So I don't see a reason why we should not be
yes,
friends.
of course. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think if it's a normal, healthy relationship, it will be trust in both sides, and like from that moment, I think any friendship outside of the relationship will be absolutely fine because you will be trusting each other, and that way is the best one. But not everybody is perfect, and sometimes you have partner who is less secure and who is like went through some of course stuff in the past and is not healed yet. And on that point, from my point of view, is very good, very important. It's something important to support that person. Like, for example, if you have someone who is an alcoholic or drug addict, I will not take a drug next to my partner, or I will not drink alcohol next to him.
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he has a problem. From my point of view, I should support him and not doing that. I
Mm-hmm.
should give him this power, this uh, 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 strength to fight over the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's me, if someone is not feeling secure on the fact that I have male friend, I will do everything to make him feel secure between us, and the trust will build up on some point, and will like he needs to know from my point of view that he can trust me in every way, and I will do whatever it takes to show him that. But like you said, yes, if you will find someone who is secure on that point, will be not problem, because that person will respect you. You will respect that person. Okay, you will be not thinking that, for example, if he's going somewhere, it's going to cheat on you or other way. It will be
Mm-hmm.
natural. Like you will know that he will not do it.
Yeah, and I think
That's
it's been also one of my lenses, the way I perceive the world, uh, which can be a mistake, and it has been a mistake many times because I've always assumed that people would have the same values as I do. So I would never be able to cheat on someone. I feel like I would finish one relationship before moving to another. So that's why I'm assuming when I enter a relationship, I just trust another person, which is a very naive way of thinking. But I do definitely agree that we should support our partner. But to do that, I feel we need to be able to communicate and to speak with one another, because we can't be guessing what the other person needs. Of
yes,
course,
but
as a psychic medium, I might be, but I don't want to be reading. I just want upfront conversation. And I think that's so important. And then, yeah, we should support each other. But
that's
I
right.
don't
That's
think at
right.
this point of my life I would be able to be with a person who would be overly jealous and someone who would try to limit me. I think that's rebellious part of me that needs her own freedom, and it feels to me that's. I know I talk. We always talk through our own experiences, but uh, I need my own life. I need my own freedom. I cannot. Well, I don't imagine the relationship being like everything. Uh, it would be my priority, but I still need time to myself. I still need time to my for my friendships, and so that's something so important that I treasure, and I'm so much aware that yeah, I can't really give up on that. I don't want to give up on that.
You don't need to give up on that. Like I said, it's definitely like we are not looking for someone who will kind of keep us locked
Mm-hmm.
in. Okay, uh, um, we are looking for someone who can be on that point open to understand that we have our friends somewhere, a circle that we are enjoying, and someone who is approaching into your life. The the I mean, if they are kind of secure people, they will absolutely accept that. And yes, I think, yeah, you are right. Like you should look for someone who will be open for this, and who will accept you, who you are, and how you think, and what do you want from your life. And absolutely yes. But from my point of view, was only about the stuff that if something like that happened during your relationship, for
Mm-hmm.
example, that person will kind of lost the ground on some point. And yeah, that is kind of like you need to think twice then, where you want to go, and if you are still going to the same way, or you need to change the path
Mm-hmm. Well,
and the
thank you
person.
for bringing this up. And is there a final message, anything that you would like to share with the viewers and the listeners? Anything? about, it doesn't have to be about dating, it can be about meaning of life, anything that pops into your mind and that you would
I
like.
think that people should kind of uh, follow what the universe are, how the universe is guiding us, and they should be open for any opportunity that is coming to our lives, and be so happy that they are here. They can see absolutely fantastic Scotland and views and mountains and logs, absolutely amazing, and enjoying the lives like we do.
Yes, and I know we're going out in the coming days. My children will be away, so I can't wait to meet with you physically. And yeah, thank you so much for
Thank
agreeing to
you.
have that conversation with me. And I really enjoyed it. As always, we had to censor ourselves. We just thought we wouldn't go live on Instagram because probably my Instagram would be blocked then. But we behaved in a very, very polite way. We composed ourselves. So I'm proud of
Thank you.
you and I'm proud of myself. And I want to say thank you to all of the viewers and the listeners. Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.